Good afternoon, everybody. It's time for your weather blast for this Thursday, May 19th. I'm Chris Allen. Thanks for joining me here this afternoon as we're finally seeing some sunshine, albeit filtered sunshine. It's still sunshine, and the temperatures are warming up. Finally. I know some of you were losing hope. I was beginning to lose hope. Is this thing going to come around or not? Well, it is finally here. Let's show you mesonet temperatures. As of 1:45 this afternoon, 70 degrees in Bowling Green. That is sure nice to see. Instead of 50-something and 60-something. We're finally cracking the 70s for the first time in a long time, and we're not only going to move beyond that, but we're going to get into the 80s, as you'll see over the next few days. The regional radar and surface temperatures showing lots of 70s around the Mid-South region, Ohio and Tennessee Valley region. Things heating up already to 80 degrees in Memphis. Showers to the northwest that you're seeing on the radar there, they're actually eroding. They're running into a weak high pressure center that's over the region, and so those showers are pretty much going to fall apart. The clouds that we're seeing right now through the sun, the filtered sunshine, those clouds are actually blowing off of those thunderstorms that we're seeing up there in Missouri, and that's it. The old upper low that was with us, that brought us all the cloudy weather, is gone. In fact, here's the surface map showing you that upper low now making its way up into southern Canada, finally. Now, it is spawning some severe weather up in Pennsylvania and the Delmarva region, where they're getting some pretty hefty thunderstorms. But the map feature that I want you to look at here is that weak high pressure that's right now centered, well, about Atlanta, Georgia at this hour. And that is what's giving us this break from the dreary weather. It's inserted enough dry air and allowing a warmer southerly flow to kick in here so that we can get our temperatures into the 70s today and maybe into the 80s the next few days. Here is the day one outlook from the Storm Prediction Center, and it is that low-pressure system that's back to the southwest of us that is causing problems in places like, already, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, southern Nebraska, central Kansas. That's going to be the trouble spot today. Slight risk of severe storms there already. Some pretty hefty thunderstorms getting underway. Wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of tornadoes out there in the plains as well. And then the other place that I was telling you about, in the northeast, a little bit of a rare severe weather day there for places like New York, the Delmarva region, Washington, D.C. could see some severe weather. In fact, just north of the nation's capital, they're getting some severe weather at this hour. Here is the Day 2 outlook, Storm Prediction Center, SPC, for Friday, tomorrow. And you can see that area of slight risk of severe weather expands to eastern Nebraska, eastern Kansas, eastern Oklahoma, central Texas, western Arkansas, and western Missouri. But then as it moves east slowly, by Saturday, the Day 3 outlook showing a slight risk of severe weather for southern Iowa, western Illinois, pretty much all of Missouri, all of Arkansas, northeastern Texas, northwestern Louisiana, just kind of butting right up to the Mississippi River, maybe touching parts of western Kentucky and southern Illinois. So not calling necessarily still for severe weather here in southern Kentucky, but the dynamics, a little bit more instability in the atmosphere does come back around with the heat and with the humidity. Kind of a tropical air mass is going to be over us for the weekend as we get into, say, Saturday evening, especially Sunday. Now, here's a look at a chart we don't normally show. This is showing the amount of CAPE in the atmosphere. That is the available convection, or the convection potential. The potential for thunderstorm activity. It's called a CAPE, and this is taking us out to 7 p.m. Saturday night, or 0Z Sunday. And as you can see, right over southern Kentucky, so the late afternoon, evening hours, Saturday night, 90% chance that we could see some thunderstorms popping here. That does not mean that they will be severe, but there will be enough instability, I think, to maybe have a strong thunderstorm. And by strong, I mean just under severe limits, maybe with a heavy downpour, some lightning, and gusty winds. Now, here is that same Cape map outlook for 0Z Sunday, which would be 7 p.m. Actually, 0Z Saturday, which would be 7 p.m. Sunday evening. And you have a bigger area of 90 to 100% chance of a thunderstorm potential for much of Kentucky, including southern Kentucky and the Bowling Green area. So we will, of course, keep an eye on this as we go through the next few days. And if the area of severe weather should slide a little further east, we, of course, will keep you on top of that. As far as rainfall, though, the QPF here, the rainfall forecast, is just not spitting out that much in the way of rain. This is the 5-day outlook between now and Tuesday, and it's only total spitting out a half inch of rain. Now, the thing is, you could get that half inch of rain all at once with some of the stronger thunderstorms over the weekend, but as far as any flooding rainfall or any big-time downpours or persistent rain, it doesn't appear to be the case. So whatever thunderstorms we get this weekend are going to be, as I mentioned yesterday, the widely scattered variety. It's just not going to sit and rain day upon day upon day. I know that's what you're used to, and thankfully we've gotten rid of that pattern. But this weekend, go ahead and keep your outdoor plans. There are a lot of yard sales going on. We've got the Soapbox Derby going on. There's going to be those times when the sun will be out, then it'll cloud up, burst of a thunderstorm, and then it'll move on. Then maybe a few hours later, it'll do the same thing all over again. That's the kind of pattern we're talking about. Here is your 7-day forecast as of 1:45 this afternoon, and Shane will update this at 5, 6, and 10 this evening, as he always does, as he gets some new numbers in. But pretty much we're looking at, 80s tomorrow, low 80s tomorrow for Friday, and then mid-80s Saturday and Sunday, and then even upper 80s as we get into Monday and Tuesday. I'm telling you, it's going to heat up, and it's going to feel like summer, and the humidity, it's going to be thick, and it's going to be tropical. You're going to think you're on some island someplace, but it's not going to be cool and breezy. It's going to be warm and muggy, and then that chance of thunderstorms, as you see, 20, 30%. Really nothing more than that. Okay, hopefully you've been able to download the iMap weather radio for your iPhone and iPad today. At last count, I was looking online as of 1 o'clock this afternoon. They're well above 60,000 downloads. Only 100,000 of those are available across the country for downloading today, only for free. So they're at 60,000 already. That means they have less than 40,000 to go. Before midnight tonight, that'll be your last opportunity. You say, well, what about, I have an Android, or I have a BlackBerry. Yeah, I've got a BlackBerry too, and it's not available for that yet. But Android is coming next, and then BlackBerry. We're not going to leave you guys out. But today only, iPhone, iPad users can download that weather radio app for free for the next, few hours until midnight, or if the 100,000 downloads have been reached, whatever comes first. So today's your last opportunity to get that. It goes by zip code, so once you put in your zip code, you download it from the iTunes store, it knows immediately that you're in our viewing area, the WBKO viewing area, and it will brand it that way. If you're outside of the area, it may be another TV station, Nashville, Louisville, whoever. But anyway, use it. It's another good tool to have, not the only one you should have. You still need a weather radio. We're going to give you more opportunities to get an actual weather radio coming up very soon. This is just an extra tool to have. Okay, thanks for listening to or watching the Weather Blast. Listen to my podcast, fresh one tomorrow morning by 4:30 at Twitter and Facebook, of course, and in the iTunes store for free. Weather shouts at any time. Of course, Shane will have an update on the forecast tonight at 5, 6, and 10. In the meantime, thank you for watching the Weather Blast for this Thursday, May 19th. Remember, know the weather before it knows you. I'm Chris Allen. God bless.